Okay, I'm not quite through with this section of my videos. I still want to remind people that on our planet we have uh, past due. If you're at the library and you forgot to return your book on time, it's considered past due. So on the planet, what is past due? Past due is really hmm, past due is what does it sound like in English? If it's not the library calling about, you forgot to return a book, past due is what was done in the past, a past due. Not really what I did in the past, not really what you did in the past. Past due is basically, it was done. Let's consider it finished in the past. Whatever went on in the past, leave it in the past. Okay, without my hat on, I'm going to tell you again. In search of something better than repeating horrible, 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 that I could go on for about 10 hours of just saying horrible, horrible over and over again. Instead of that, we want to create a beautiful future, which means we have to focus on nothing but loving things. Not fake love, real love. I'm not talking about romantic love. This love is usually defined as agape, higher love. It's not easy to figure out anything other than where your attention goes, energy flows. So if your attention is always on hot, then you're going to create hot for you to experience. So I know there are incredible numbers of bullshit things that keep coming up day after day. Bullshit thing, bullshit thing, bullshit thing. What are bullshit things? They're just like another one of these outrageous stories propagated by primarily mainstream news all over YouTube, people you know, and all of the focus that goes into these negative events creates more negative events. Where your attention goes, energy flows, and the energy creates another cycle of this same shit. It's not easy to tell you that even I talk about things that are horrible, horrible on my channel and to other people. The purpose of me talking about these things is not even a good reason. Saying I have to wake up people to the fact that these things are going on. Basically, the time for waking people up to all of these so-called things that are going on is just about done. In other words, it was a cycle that we had to complete. The cycle is coming to a close out. So, what I want all of you to know is as we get to the end of this cycle, we will not be focusing on bringing up more and more stories uncovered by citizen journalists or investigative journalists or whatever. We are not going to be putting any attention on not even talking about it. So get ready, which means starting from the point that you watch this video, and then if you start seeing more negativity, it's time for you to say, don't send me any more negativity. I don't want any more negative stories. Nothing. No, zero, zip. I don't care if you feel like somehow I need to know. I don't want it. And then if the person keeps sending you stuff, then you're going to have to tell this person, no, no. Do you understand? No, I'm setting a boundary. I don't want you to talk about these things to me. And then you're going to have to enforce your boundary, which means if it's somebody on the internet that's sending you this stuff, you're probably going to have to block them and unfriend them. If it's someone, in your personal world that walks up to you, and starts talking to you about this, you're going to have to tell this person very bluntly, that's enough. No more telling me these kind of stories. I don't want horror stories. That's it. And I'm not going to tell you again. If you continue to send me these horrible stories and come up to me and tell me these things, I'm going to first scream at you. And if you keep doing it, I'm probably going to punch you in the nose. Or I'm going to, in other words, the more you do it, the more I'm going to react with intense force. I'm going to enforce this boundary. So you better take my advice right now and stop looking for horrible. And when people come and bring it to you, you're going to have a boundary session with those people. We're all going to start setting very strong boundaries about what's acceptable to us and what's not. And that's how it's going to go. Okay, it's Bob Frizzell for the Reality Game, and in search of a closing and takeaway, I gave you everything you need to know. So, the best thing you can do is enjoy yourself in the present moment and look forward to a gloriously beautiful future.